Hi, this is Param. In this video, we will see what are the different kind of settings or configurations are available in the Elasticsearch. Okay. In the previous video, we have seen there are three different files are there, right? One is Jvm option file, another one is log4j files, another one is, of course, log elasticsearch.oml files. Okay. Among these three files, elasticsearch.oml file is very big one. Okay, you can have a lot of configurations. Okay, that too again the configurations they have specified is dynamic and statics. Believe me, there is 1000 plus also variables are there. Okay, 1000 plus variables are there, and of course I am not going to cover anything. Okay, here you can see some of my variables. Okay, I think I have shown in the previous video as well. Okay, so there are 1000 plus variables are there. Okay, the thing is again we no need to be familiar in all the variables. Okay, only things what is whenever you are facing some issue. Okay, kind of issue in ingesting or issue in fetching the data or issue in the learning watcher. Okay, or issue in the machine learnings. Okay, or issuing some complex query. Okay, so or issuing some kind of auditing something. Okay, or security or some authorizations configurations. Okay, so whenever you are facing the issue, that times if you look into the is there any corresponding configuration or tweaking options are there, that times you can refer and you can configure your values. But at the very beginning itself, I believe we cannot identify all the values, because of I have done 3 to 4 metal server cluster certification cluster setups. Okay, in fact several times we have done. Okay, I have done fine. So as a logical as a large level. Okay, large levels, this is how I have grouped. Okay, the settings. Okay, I will talk about some of the things, and the remaining things we will be seeing in the upcoming video. But one thing, I am not going to talk about all the settings. Okay, but I will tell you where you can check. Okay, fine, good. Being said that, okay, of course path setting, here you can see that path setting. No, path setting means it's for log and data. So okay, if you are using a tar version files, obviously you have to set the your log and data locations. Okay, external to the tar ES home folders. Okay. Then discover settings. Okay, discover setting means what? Of course, if the single node, single host multi node cluster, there will not be any huge changes. Okay, or huge configurations. Okay, but if you are going for with multi node, if you are going for multi-host clusters, obviously you have to do the discovery settings and the cluster level information settings. Okay, okay, fine. And even that is like I will cover those settings. Okay, it's a separate video. Okay. Then of course node level settings, node name. Okay, and node attribute, node types. Okay, this is the node level settings. Okay, then watcher settings. Okay, enabling watcher, that is first one. Okay, within that TLS configuration and some other things also have that. Okay, watcher level settings. Okay, then how the shard request caching, so whenever you are sending the request. Okay, that each shard will perform the its searching, right? Okay, so obviously, and then how the search should be kept in the caching. If it is caching, again if you are sending the another request for the same set of criteria, then it will send the response immediately, right? That is our caching. Okay, of course, if you are using filter, caching will not be there. Okay, right. Okay, that's fine. Okay, then shard allocation settings, how the shard allocation has to be there. Okay, for your index. Okay, this is kind of minimal or minimal project settings. Okay, and some of the Jvm settings. Okay, Jvm options mean like Jvm options means minimum we will configure, of course, heap level settings. Okay, after that for location for any dump where the stack trace dump has to be written, so you can specify the location of that stack trace. Okay. Similarly, GC log. Okay, if you can configure your garbage collections processes is keep on running within the JVM, right? So okay, if you want to get log of the garbage collection, it's very simple. These are all very low level. Okay, if you want to debug or if you want to do enhance some of the features, that's the place. But obviously we are the customer to the Elasticsearch. Okay, so we are just going to use the existing stuff. So but the thing is not, if you want that also you can do. Again, temporary folders, all the steps. Now auditing logs, the purpose of the auditing logs, what is now, see, your system is secure, okay, you have a configured set of user can log in your systems, okay, and each user has a set of authorization, I mean set of roles, okay. So set of roles is role means combination of privileges, right, okay. Provided that, okay, if you want to know what is happening, who is logging, who is logging out, when the users are created, when the user roles get changed, okay. So all the information, if you want, you can enable the auditing logs, okay. Auditing log is available for all the paid subscription only, but not free or basic, okay. So gold, platinum, enterprise, right? In all these three, auditing log is there, but auditing log is not available for the basic versions. Of course, you can, the trial version is available, okay. Trial version will have all the options, okay, fine. But that too, you can configure a lot of variables are there in the auditing logs, okay. Which group you want, which LDAP group users you want, what is username should be stored, or what is role. There are a lot of options are there. What are the information has to be logged in. That's what, okay. Then network settings, obviously, right. So network setting means what? Network means within the cluster, okay. So obviously how the communication among the nodes. Okay, nodes are running in different clusters. So among the node, many data exchange will be happen, many communication will be happens. Okay, so that is what the HTTP setting and transport setting. So transport setting means within the cluster nodes. HTTP setting means it is with respect to the end user and the cluster. Okay, end user and clusters. Okay, so these are so that's that kind of setting we call it network settings. Okay. Okay, security settings is very big one, sir. Okay, security setting, it's a really big one. Okay, we will talk separate. Okay, in fact, I will create separate playlist itself. Okay, okay. Here, then other type of settings like index management settings. Okay, index management settings. Now how many shards has to be there, any refresh frequency, or what about the unmapped fields. Okay. What about the data type queries? There are many settings that can be done message for index level. Okay, index lifecycle, ILM like policy. Okay, that is again license settings. Okay, okay, index buffer, memory size, your index. Okay, and then circuit breaker settings. Okay, circuit breaker settings, there are a lot of there are, I think, minimum 6 to 7 circuit breakers are there. Okay, so what is the purpose of in circuit breaker settings? What is, you can configure the threshold for the circuit breakers. Okay, so if it is beyond that threshold, it will break, it will open the circuit. Okay, not closed. Okay, it opens circuit, so that what will happen now, it will avoid the shutting down the node. Very simple. Otherwise, what will happen? It simply, since it is JVM, right? It simply quit the move out of the. I mean, kill the job itself, or kill the process itself. Okay, we don't want to do that because we are running cluster, right? So that node have a lot of information. So it's not like it is not good to go off. Okay, go off or kill that. Leave the process just for some problems. Okay, so that is where that is where circuit breaker settings comes into the play. Okay, not only out of memory, there are a lot of settings are there. Okay, then machine learning settings. Okay, again machine learning settings, it's a tuning of job level, threshold level, buffer level. Okay, then alert timing, duration. There are many things, many default values also there. Transformations, right, and just again the transformation is used for the data frame analytics only. Okay, so that related things also here. Okay, then field data cache. Of course, cross-collateral applications, how it has been, snapshot lifecycle management. So similarly, see, for every criteria there is configuration. That's why this Excel you can see here, right? See, I tried my level best to segregate. Okay, I mean large segregations again here within that particular category. See here, if it is watcher means you can see here watcher, HTTP setting, HTTP SSL settings. Okay. Then SSL PEM. Okay, I think it is no email notification for the email configuration. Okay, so Jira, something like that. Okay, there are a lot of settings are there, but you can see that many of the things are static. Okay, some of the things are dynamic though. Okay, so but the thing is, what is, I can say, I have not used the most of the settings in my experience. I would say in my experience I have not used most of the settings, but it is there. Okay, so that's what they are saying, right? At the beginning itself they will say the all the Elasticsearch configuration they have made effectively the default values for all the values for all the variables. Okay, okay, I mean the appropriate values, I mean the best value for those variables. Okay, the Elastic team has made such a good optimized value for the as a default value for most of the variables. Okay, so that's why you may not need to familiar, or you may not need to configure all the variables. Now, when it is whenever you are facing the running cluster, some the different kind of issues you are facing, that is the time so you will be need. Okay, but it would be good just if you know the for each case there is a separate variables, separate set of variables are there, and where you have to refer the so variables. Okay, that is what I am going to show you now. Okay, here configuration setting, right, is a very big topic. Okay, so here you can see that important settings, secure settings. I think I forgot to tell you secure setting. What is now? Even the play store, sorry, key store, right? You know, right? Every node not only Elasticsearch node, most of the Elastic product have comes with the key store. Okay, key store just a key value pair for secured information, to keep the secured information, in fact, right? Okay, that too. Okay, that too. What is there are in the security information, some of the usually whatever the values are you are storing in the key store to reflect that it has to be node has to be restarted. Okay, then only it will read and it used. But some of the settings are some of the variables are reloadable. That's what I can say. Some of the variables are reloadable. Okay, so if it is reloadable, you can use one cluster API. I think I have here. No. It is there. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is what. Okay, here is the API. Okay, using this API also you can reload from the your Elastic key store itself. Okay, that's a really good thing, right? So this is a key name. Okay, now what are the key name you want to reload? Okay, that is set in the key store. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is auditing related configurations. Okay, I think right now in auditing only. Yeah, here. See, here there are a bunch of variables, but the namespace really is good. Okay, extract, then security, then audit, then okay. That's how it will start. Okay. But see, it's very big. You are seeing, right? See, in the auditing itself, you can see this many number of variables are there. It's very tough to remember, right? It's tough. It's really tough to remember. Though I collected in the very first times I learning that I collected most of the variables, but I'm not able to remember all the stuffs. Okay, that's what I can say. But whenever you are facing the problem, but at least you should be familiar with what are the different category of settings are there. That is very important. What are the different categories of settings are there, and whenever you are facing the problem, then appropriate category of variables you can refer, and you can run and you can change or you can add the configuration whenever you are facing the problems. That's what. Okay, but anyhow, I will try to cover each topic, but at the as much as high level. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for watching.